Today we are going to discuss communication model and communication API concepts. First, communication model. IoT consists of smart devices that communicate with each other. Smart devices can have wired or wireless connection. There are four IoT communication models given below. First, request response model. Second, publish subscribe model. Third, push pull model. Fourth, exclusive pair model. First, request response model. Okay. HTTP works as a request response protocol between a client and server. A web browser may be the client and an application on a computer that hosts a website may be the server. Okay, and here one example given. A client means browser submits an HTTP request to the server. Then the server returns a response to the client. The response contains status information about the request and may also contain the requested content. Okay, means in this uh, communication model, client sends request to the server and server responds that requests, okay, to the client. When server receives request, it decides how to respond, how to fetch data, how to retrieve resource representation with response preparation, and finally sends the response to the client. Okay, means request response is a stateless connection, stateless communication model, and each request response pair is independent of others. Okay, second one, publish subscribe model. Publish subscribe model. Publishers are not aware of the consumers. Consumers subscribe to the topics which are managed by the broker. When the broker when the broker receives data for a topic from the publisher, it sends the data to all the subscribed consumers. This communication model involves publishers, brokers, and consumers. Publishers are the source of data. Publishers send data to the topics which are managed by the broker. Third, push pull model. Push pull model. Producers do not need to be aware of the consumers. Queues help in decoupling the messaging between the producers and consumers. Okay, means decoupling means when different asset classes typically rise and fall together, then it starts to move in opposite directions, means one increasing and other one decreasing. Okay, queues also act as a buffer which helps in situations when there is a mismatch between the rate at which the producers push data and the rate at which the consumer pull data. Here data producers push the data huh, to queues to queues. and consumers pull the data from the queues. Okay. Fourth one, exclusive pair model. Exclusive pair is a bidirectional, fully duplex communication model that uses a persistent connection between the client and server. Connection is set up, it remains open until the client sends a request to close the connection. Client and server can send messages to each other after connection setup. Exclusive pair is a stateful communication model and the server is aware of all the open connections. Okay. Here steps mentioned in given figure. Okay. Client request to set up connection to server. Server responds accepting the request. Next, message from clients to server. Then message from server to client. Connection close request. Finally, connection close response. Okay. Next point is communication APIs. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Okay. API are the points of interaction between an IoT device and the internet or other elements within the network. Okay. API is the messenger that delivers your request to the provider. Means requesting it and then delivers the response back to you. For example, each time you use a Facebook app for sending instant messages, right? Communication API mostly built for the communication space. Okay, communication space. IoT integration is all about APIs, the logical connectors that allow connections to communicate with each other. Each manufactures IoT devices. APIs expose data that enables those devices to transmit data to your applications, acting as a data interface. Generally, we use two APIs for IoT communication. These IoT communication APIs are REST-based communication APIs and WebSocket-based communication APIs. First one, REST-based communication API. REST stands for Representational State Transfer. Okay. REST APIs that follow the request response communication model. The REST architectural constraint apply to the components, connector and data elements within a distributed hypermedia system. Okay. REST communication API is a set of architectural principles. Means you can design web services and web APIs focuses on systems resources. An API observes how resources. Okay. APIs observes how resource states are addressed and transferred. Okay. The REST architectural constraints are as follows. There are 6 constraints. First one, client server. Second, stateless. Third, cacheable. Fourth, layered system. Fifth, uniform interface. Sixth, code on demand. First, client server. The principle behind client server constraint is the separation of concerns. This separation allows client and server to be independently developed and updated. Second, stateless. Okay, each request from client to server must contain all the information which is necessary to understand the request. Third, cacheable. Caching can partially or completely eliminate some instructions, as well as it improves efficiency and scalability. Okay, cache constraints requires data within a response to a request be implicitly or explicitly and labeled as cacheable or non cacheable. Fourth, layered system. This constant is behavior of components, means uh, each component can't see beyond the immediate layer. Okay. Uniform interface. It requires method of communication between client and server must be uniform. Here each message includes enough information to describe how to process the messages. And last constraint, code on demand. Servers can provide executable code or scripts for clients for executing context. Second API is WebSocket based communication APIs. Features of WebSocket communication API. WebSocket API reduces the network traffic, high throughput requirements, no overhead for connection setup and termination requests for each message. WebSocket suitable for IoT applications and low latency. Okay. WebSocket WebSocket APIs allow bidirectional full duplex communication between client and servers. It follows exclusive pair communication model. Lastly, we see. Okay. Okay. Next, WebSocket communication begins with a connection setup request sent by client to the server. The WebSocket handshake request is sent over HTTP and server interprets it is an upgrade request. Okay, if the server supports WebSocket protocol, then server responds to the WebSocket handshake response. Okay, means after the connection setup, client and server both can send data or messages to each other in full duplex mode. Okay. Hello. Today we are going to discuss enabling technologies. Okay. An IoT devices are piece of hardware with a sensor that transmits data from one place to another over the internet. Okay, and enabling technology is an invention or innovation that can be applied to drive radical changes in the capabilities of a user or culture. For example, sensor. Okay, IoT enabling technologies having 5 major parts: wireless sensor network, cloud computing, big data analytics, communication protocols, and embedded systems. First, wireless sensor network, WSN. Okay, it is a network formed by large number of sensor nodes to detect light, heat, pressure, sound, etc. Okay, that is used to monitor environmental and physical conditions. Okay, here in given figure, each node can have several sensors attached to it. Each node can also act as a routers. Okay. Then coordinators collects data from all nodes. Means coordinator acts as gateway that connects WSN wireless sensor network to the internet. Okay. Examples of WSN wireless sensor network: indoor air quality monitoring system, weather monitoring system, soil moisture monitoring system, surveillance systems, health monitoring system. Second, cloud computing. Actually, cloud computing, it is the use of hardware and software to deliver a service over the network. Okay, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services including servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence over the internet. That is cloud, to offer faster innovation, flexible resources, and economies of scale. Okay. The term is generally used to describe data centers available to many users over the internet. For example, Gmail. Gmail users can access files and applications hosted by Google via internet from any other devices. Okay. Cloud computing is powerful and expensive and will continue to grow in the future and provide many benefits. Cloud computing is extremely cost effective and companies can use it for their growth. The future of cloud computing is bright and will provide benefits to both the host and the customer. Okay, there are types of cloud computing. There are three types of cloud computing: SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Okay, software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. SaaS. SaaS includes Google Apps, Salesforce.com, NetSuite, Lotus, Webfeelings, Zoho, Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, etc. Okay, means here clients can access and use software at remote location using a web browser. For example, Google Documents. Okay, PaaS, platform as a service. It is consisting of Google App Engine, Force.com, Windows Azure, Longjump, Rollbase, Amazon Elastic, Beanstalk, VMware, Cloud Foundry. Okay, means here clients can install, build, and modify or control applications. For example, Cloud App, Google App. Okay, and third one, IaaS, infrastructure as a service. It is consisting of Amazon EC2, Rackspace, VMware, Giant, Google Cloud Storage. Okay, Here clients can use storage to install and manage operating system and any desired applications. For example, web hosting. Okay. Features of cloud computing: resource pooling, on demand self service, easy maintenance, long network access, availability, automatic system, economical, security, pay as you go, measured service. Okay. Third one, big data analytics. Big data analytics is the use of advanced analytic techniques against very large diverse data sets that include structural, semi-structural and unstructured data from different sources and in different sizes from terabytes to zettabytes. Means collection of data whose volume, velocity and variety is too large and difficult to store, manage, process and analyze using traditional databases. Okay, big data analytics is the process of extracting useful information by analyzing different types of big data sets. Big data analytics is used to discover hidden patterns, market trends, and consumer preferences for the benefit of organizational decision making. Means uh, big data analytics involves four steps: data cleansing, data wrangling, data processing, and data visualization. Okay. In data cleansing means correcting, removing, and replacing. Data wrangling means converting data from one format to other. Okay. Some examples of industries that use big data analytics include the hospitality industry, healthcare companies, public service agencies, and retail businesses. Okay. And here characteristics of big data given: volume, velocity, and variety. Volume, velocity, and variety. Volume. Big data requires a large amount of storage space, and organizations must constantly scale their hardware and software in order to accommodate increases. Means volume refers to the amount of data like terabyte, records, transactions, files, tables, etc. Second characteristic is velocity. New data is being created quickly and organizations need to respond in real time. Velocity term refers to speed at which data is processed. Which data is processed means batch, real time streams. Okay. And the third characteristic is variety. Data resides in a variety of different formats including text, images, videos, spreadsheets and databases. Variety includes different types of data like structural, unstructural, semi-structural, audio, video, text, etc. Okay. Here applications of big data analytics. Four applications given: healthcare, science, security, business. Healthcare allows us to find new cures and better understand with predict disease patterns, and this leads to saving more lives. Second one, science. It creates new possibilities and ways to conduct research which would otherwise be impossible, helping us to make new discoveries. Third one, security. Security is beneficial to police forces. Use big data tools to predict criminal activities, conduct investigations, and ultimately to catch criminals faster. And last one, business. It helps us to improve and optimize the ways we do business by making data driven decisions. Fourth one, communication protocols. Communication can be done with the help of communication protocols like Wi-Fi, then satellite communication, Bluetooth, NFC and RFID. And last fifth one, embedded systems. Okay, embedded systems are part and parcel of every modern electronic component. For example, washing machines, microwave ovens, mobile phones, then sensors, routers, modems, etc. Okay, embedded system consisting of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Ethernet, ISTL, Zigbee, which uses IPv6 address. Okay.